Dan is the founder and CEO of Tech Guru, a cloud and technology services company. He also is on the board of the Minnesota chapter of Entrepreneurs Organization, where he's the accelerator champion and engages entrepreneurs to learn and grow. He has a degree from the Carlson School of Management at the University of Minnesota. He's a frequent speaker and author in his field. His motto for his company is the Caring IT Company, built on his core values: caring, persistence, accountability, and collaboration. He really does care. You'll have to ask him about how generous he is with his employees and the benefits, which is not a common business practice. Welcome, Dan.
Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have room on your home screens of your iPhones and Androids, because you're going to need it for this after this presentation. My goal is to do about 30 apps in 30 minutes for you, so buckle up. Okay, so we'll start with some more business ones. So these are the apps that I use in my day-to-day life to take advantage of those little pockets of time between meetings, waiting for something to start, waiting for my kid to be done with whatever activity, school activity, where instead of checking Facebook, I can get something done and save some time on the computer. So anybody here not have or who does have an Android or an iPhone smartphone? Okay, well, that's about everyone. Perfect. So a couple of things about the presentation today. My intern from the University of Minnesota is handing out a list of all the apps that we'll be going through. So feel free to take some notes and star the ones which are your favorites. Every one that we'll be covering is listed there. Another thing is I'll be demoing from my Apple device. Who uses an Apple device? Okay, so for the Android people too, just so you know, almost everything that we'll cover today is available on the Android store, but it might look just a little bit different. But generally speaking, it'll be there. Another thing is, during today's presentation, I encourage you to have your phone out and be playing with it during my talk. Yep, usually that's kind of discouraged, but go ahead, do it. Just get it out. If there's something that really is interesting to you, most of these apps are free to download and install. I'll point out if there is any cost associated with these apps. Most of them have a freemium model, if you heard of that before. So you get some basic functionality for free, and then if you want the advanced, you pay something. Also, I take questions throughout. So if you interrupt, or if you want to interrupt me, just go ahead, raise your hand, and then just so it gets caught on the video, I will repeat the question back just so everybody can hear it. Speaking of hearing, is the audio levels okay for everyone? Okay, I'll try not to mumble. Are there any questions so far? Does anybody need the handout? All right, so as I'm plugging in and turning on the projector, I will give a little caveat that this is live demo. So things, what is it? Yeah, that's right. Sometimes things will go wrong. So if I have to reboot my phone or if something crazy happens, just bear with me. But it is Apple, so it generally works very well. So I'm going to fire up my phone and get the projector running here and turn off my notifications so that you can kind of see what's happening. So I'm going to try to stand out of your line of sight as much as I can, but I apologize if I'm blocking you. Just throw something at me if I'm in your way and you can't see. But the first couple apps I want to talk about are more business-oriented. So you may already know some of the things that I'm going to cover, and if that's okay, if that's cool, then shout out how you use this or how it saves you time. So the first one is Google Drive. So what Google Drive does, it's a place for you to store your documents that you can now edit from any computer, anytime, anywhere. So it used to be that you could have documents on your phone, but you couldn't edit them. And now I can. So I'll give you a couple of examples. I've got a shopping list. So when I'm at my favorite place on earth, Costco, I can get my coffee cups and some paints and so forth. And you know, I can scroll through this and thing, but if I hit this edit button on the bottom right, I can actually be highlighting and get rid of things that as I'm buying them. And there's more. If I have other people that I've shared this document with, they can contribute and edit the document at the same exact time that I am, and I can see what they're editing at the same time. Who does this already? Okay, yeah. Is it cool? Yeah, it's awesome. And you can do it from your smartphone now. So people can be editing things on the go, and you'll see where they are. So let's say I needed to invite someone else to my shopping list. Now we share that document, and unlike sending it in an attachment where you have potential for versioning problems, because I might have a different version than you have, everybody's on the same page all the time. So I'm going to go buy some new fish for my aquarium. So I just bring my aquarium stock list. This is what I have, and I say, okay, what's going to play well with my bushy nose, right? And then no, it actually is a fish. It is a bushy nose. Well, that's for another presentation. Anyway, and they say, okay, well, this is what I would recommend. So there's another couple cool things. You're like, well, hey, Dan, what if I want to do a bulleted list or whatever? So I'm just going to edit this document right now. So there's two ways to edit it. You can just double-click. So you can just highlight what you want to make for a bulleted list. Sometimes highlighting works, sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, so I just hit OK, bulleted list. Huh? Isn't that cool? Can do that on the go. So then I just hit the check mark here. Everything is instantaneously saved. If people share comments, they can post their comments on the document. We can collaborate around the document live in real time. So that is Google Drive. But in the event that you might want to do a spreadsheet, they have that also. So a spreadsheet is like Microsoft Excel. So here's a shared document I work on with others who are helping put on this Entrepreneurs Rally. Chum, can I make a quick plug for this? Okay. Entrepreneurs Rally is March 9th. It's at Aria downtown. And for anybody who is in your circle who's an entrepreneur, up-and-coming entrepreneur, it's speed networking for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs. So I help organize that event. And so I'll be there. And we have about 80 mentors already signed up. And we're going to have about 150 mentees. So that's March 9th. So anyway, these are all the different to-dos that we have around this Entrepreneurs Rally. Promotion, budget, everything. Agenda for the actual event. We all share this document. We work on it together. And we make changes in real time. And I can even do that from my smartphone. And well, did you know as well that you could do slides as well? So next time you have to bring a laptop, think you have to bring a laptop for your big presentation at work, think again. If you just get one of these little devices right here, little dongle, they're about $50 from Apple, then you can plug your smartphone into your projector. And it actually works pretty slick. So if you bear with me, I'll see if I can find one for you. So I can sort by not what I want. I'll switch over to sheets or slides quick, and I'll show you what this looks like. So I just type in slides. Here's a slide deck, Unwire Your Life, and then I just hit present, and then there you go. I've got the world's smallest PowerPoint projector right here, ready to go. Not projector, but device. So, and the beautiful thing is, you know, when you used to email things, you'd have formatting problems. If somebody else had it, with Google, as long as you do it on Google the whole way through, you don't have any formatting issues. Okay? But if you happen to be on Microsoft, no worries. Microsoft has jumped in as well, and they provide mobile versions of Excel and Word as well, that you can edit your documents on the go, see what's new, share documents with your peers. So who's here on Office 365? Okay, awesome, yeah. So you already can do this. So you just save the documents to OneDrive, and you can open them up on your free Excel app on your smartphone. What do you think? Helpful? Okay, sweet. So that is editing documents, Excel, spreadsheets, PowerPoint slides, etc. But now you need to keep track of your customers, right? You just came to Club East St. Paul, and you got 10 new business cards. So you need to be able to follow up with these folks in a timely manner, because that could be a new potential business for you, right? Anybody have a business card, by the way, I could borrow? Anybody? Who wants to sit and type in business card? Oh, thanks. You were first, but you were closest. Thank you. Who wants to sit and type in a bunch of business cards? Not me. Rick, this is cool, right? This is cool. Okay. So you bring up your Nutshell CRM app. Nutshell is one of the ones that are a paid service. It's $15 per user per month. So if it's just one person, it's $15 per month. So you get back to your office. You can see what I'm doing, right? Okay. Apologize for it. Am I blocking your view? All right. Okay. I'll move around, so at least I'm only sometimes blocking your view. And just hit business card, and then I just scan the business card. And it doesn't just put the picture of the business card. Thanks, Brennan. Nope, don't need that. Nope. Just hit the green check mark. It actually reads all of the contact information for Brennan from the business card and creates a new contact in my Nutshell database based on that information. It's not quite instantaneous. They'll send me a notification. It takes a few minutes. So we'll come back, and I'll show you that this actually works. But I can't show you just quite right now. So the great thing about Nutshell, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So I'm not Dan's easiest client. In fact, I might be one of his worst clients. But he does have me up and running on Nutshell, and it is a good product.
So Rick likes Nutshell. Thank you very much, Rick. We'll talk later. Go ahead.
So the contacts, can they get, transferred to your Google?
So do the contacts in Nutshell synchronize with your Google contacts? Let me tell you, it's about a 15-minute reason for me to tell you why that's a bad idea. So we keep it separate. We want to keep them separate. But you could export them once. You'd got them into Nutshell into your other contact database. That's a good question, though. But we keep them separate. Is it good? Go ahead.
Is Nutshell available on your desktop?
Yes. And there's a lot more features on the desktop version. The question was, is Nutshell available on the desktop? And yes, there is. This is just the mobile app version of it. So right here, I see the news feed. So in one quick view on Nutshell, I can see what the rest of my sales team is up to. Like, oh, well, I guess I'm the only one doing stuff. But anyway, good to know that I'm doing stuff, right? Okay, we'll set up a meeting, followed up with somebody, created an appointment with somebody. That's awesome. And then let's say that I do need to follow up with someone. I just pull up their contact information. Rick, are you even in here? No. Okay, well, oh, there you are. Okay, so there's Rick's information. I'm going to give Rick a call. Never mind, I'm not going to give Rick a call. His phone number's not in here. But if his phone number was in here, I could call him directly from my phone, and then Nutshell will keep track of that activity and remind me to log it. So it'll call Rick, and then it'll remind me to log what I talked about with Rick a little bit later. So I can also keep track of where I'm at with all my deals, my leads. So who do I need to follow up with? Oh, okay, I need to follow up with Greg over at Executive Suites. Okay. And then I can pat myself on the back for all the deals that I won as well. So that's not all, though, because maybe I want to have a quick report on how am I doing on sales so far this month, or my pipeline. So I'm not doing too good, apparently, too well. But my pipeline's looking a little bit better. But I can see those quick reports, no coding required, easy on the go, access to my sales information.
Biggest difference between Nutshell and Salesforce?
Okay, yeah, so what's the difference between Nutshell and Salesforce? The fact is, Salesforce has a bunch of different additions and things like that. So if you compare Nutshell and Salesforce, Nutshell's kind of just get up and running, quick and dirty, quick and easy, no coding required. You don't have to hire a consulting firm necessarily to help to get it set up. It just works kind of out of the box. But it also doesn't plug in and integrate with all, bunch of other things like Salesforce. You can get it to do almost anything, whereas Nutshell is more about helping you drive sales from the time you get a prospect through closing that lead. And the mobile app is sweet. Any questions on CRM, Nutshell? Awesome. Yeah, so I love it. Great tool. Now I'm going to tell you, so you've got this client, you met him at Club E, you used Nutshell, you followed through the sales process, you did everything, and now you've got to do that big project for him. So you use Asana. Anybody using Asana? Right on, okay, a couple, all right, great. It's a great project management tool, and they have a really cool mobile app. So I have multiple projects going simultaneously, and what it is just a shared to-do list. So I can keep in sync with my team, set due dates, hold everyone accountable for what they're supposed to be doing and following up on, and then I can see on the go, oh, Google AdWords, I got that done. So I can just check that off. Sweet. And keep track of everything on the go. So basically that's what Asana is, and it gives me a summary at the end of the day or week to let me know where I'm at. Asana is free. They do have a premium option. Sorry about that. But now you've got this new client. You need to work with them. You need to set up a meeting or a phone call. And folks, it's 2016. We should, video. It's available now. So Google Hangouts is the one that I like to use. Really easy to set up and free, by the way, to do video calling. There's nobody on this list that I can. Oh, you. OK, great. So I just click on my intern's contact information, and I can hit video call. And then before you know it, if he answers.
Is Asana in place of to-do? I use to-do.
Asana is a shared to-do list, so you can keep track of both your own to-dos in Asana and do, oh yeah, mute me over there. OK, great. Hi, how's it going? OK, so that's how easy it was to make a video call in Google Hangouts, and free. And then you can add other people to the call. You can have as many people as you want on your group video call. That's Google Hangouts. So if you're not doing video calls, it's a really great way to get engagement with your team. It's so much easier. Let's just boil it down to what really is going on. It's so much easier when somebody can't see you to be doing something else on these phone calls, right? But I'm just saying how it is, folks. But if you're on video, you at least have to at least look like you're paying attention, right? So I'm just saying. So anyway, I love doing video with my work with the Entrepreneurs Organization. Every single call, I work with people from all over the country on various initiatives around entrepreneurship. Every single call that we do, we use video. And I got to tell you, the engagement, the quality of the calls goes up, I got to say, at least 100x, maybe 100 times, versus when a year or two ago, one second, I'll get to you. A year or two ago when we used to do just the audio only. So you have these tools available today to make the most of them. Go ahead.
Is it just two-way, or can you have multiple parties on call?
You can have as many as, I think it's at least up to 10. Or 20, 10 or 20. I'm not sure the exact number, but you can have as many people as you want on these calls. Google Hangouts, anyway. And then the other thing that's cool about Google Hangouts is you can also add somebody in via phone. So who's ever had this happen? You've got this conference call happening, and 2 out of 3 of the people got on. And you're like, where's this third person? And you have to use another phone to call them or whatever. Well, with Google Hangouts, you just call them from the Hangout directly if they're not in front of their computer. And so you can talk to them on the phone through the Hangout. Did I explain that clearly? OK, so you can basically get everything that has been a pain with traditional conference calls. It's solved with Google Hangouts. And by the way, there is a desktop version of this as well. Who's going to try that? You already used it? Awesome. OK, great. Or you're going to give it a try. There's also, Apple World. There's FaceTime, but that's really just one-to-one. If you're taking a look at your sheet here. And there's also Zoom conferences. Zoom is just a little bit more fancy and has more features, but it also costs money, whereas Hangouts is free. And it's included if you have Google Apps. So now I'm going to switch gears to some more of the kind of more fun stuff, if that's OK. That stuff is cool, too, but let's try the fun stuff. Does anybody ever lose their keys? OK, here, can you take these and put them somewhere? OK, so let's say I can't find my keys, which happens to me all the time. I don't know how you other people keep track of your keys, but it's a hard thing for me. So I said, there's got to be a better way to do this. So there's this thing called Tile. You attach it to your keys, and then you use this app called Tile. And then it'll tell you where your keys are, if they're within range of your phone, which is about 30 or 50 feet, roughly. So it's already actually telling me it knows my keys are nearby. So, or never mind, out of range. Yeah, OK. Well, Okay, we'll give it a minute. This is a live demo, everyone, so sometimes stuff doesn't work quite right. The way this normally works is I can hit the green button, find my keys, and it'll actually make the thing make some noise. It'll start chiming, which is really handy if I lose them in the usual places like, couch cushions or under a pile of laundry that needs to be folded. Anyway, but for whatever reason, it's just not playing along today. How about this one? No, never mind. Anyway, so that's a way that you can find your keys. What's that? It works, trust me. I just have to reboot something. Another thing that
That does not go the opposite, you can't find your phone, right?
I'll show you how to find your phone, but that requires yeah, I'll show you how to find your phone next, actually. So that's how to find your keys. You just attach one of these little white, yeah, see that?
Where do you get that?
They're like $15, Amazon. I bought mine on Amazon. And then we put stickers on them and give them away to clients. So talk about great branding, right? You always have to have your keys with you. So
Now you know where your clients are.
and now you know where your clients are. Darn it! How did you gave away my secret? Darn. No, actually, the other thing that the secret sauce of Tile is, there's at least hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of Tile users, across the nation. And I'm surprised it didn't come up yet, but the question is, well, Dan, what if I leave my keys, in a restaurant or something like that, and I forgot them somewhere far away and not within range of my phone? Well, then what ends up happening is anonymously, any other Tile user who has the app on their phone will pick up your keys and then send the location to your phone. So it creates this like mesh network, social network almost, of finding your stuff.
So it's like an Amber Alert goes out to all.
Is it like an Amber Alert goes out to find your keys? No, it's totally, the other people don't know. So I could be helping somebody find their keys right now or find their lost item, and I would never know.
Okay.
It's going to just silently,
Use your device.
yeah, just silently says, oh, I see that Mike's keys are within 30 feet. It just kind of silently sends a location to Mike, whoever Mike is. Pretty cool, right? Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
How does Tile compare to Tracker?
How does Tile compare to Tracker? I don't know what Tracker is.
It's the same thing.
Same thing. Sounds like it's pretty similar. No, I'm sorry. You set yourself. Oh, it's the same thing. Show it. Pick it up. Oh, so it looks like it's even better, maybe. Maybe it works. Okay, but if you happen to, okay, so you're like, oh yeah, oh you can stick Tile anywhere it fits.
Dog.
Yeah. Dog, you could put it. I would totally do that. Kids' backpacks. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can put it wherever you want. Totally. Go ahead.
Pardon my voice. So you said that you silently transmit. We all had Tile.
Uh-huh.
And we're just looking for your keys. So we all get a notification on our phone
Nope.
right now.
Nope.
Our keys are in range.
No. The question is, well, what if I lost my keys and you're the one picking it up? Basically, would you know about that? You wouldn't know. It would just kind of silently send the location through your phone to me. Of
No,
where.
I mean like if we all had our keys on us with Tile.
Yeah.
And you were trying to send something, and you pick up other tiles that are around you.
Yeah.
We individually all get messages on our phones that someone has picked up our keys that are in our pocket currently. Do you know what I mean? Like,
So if you lost them, the
and
person.
I didn't actually lose them, they're just on me, because you said if you have Tile,
Yeah.
you're transmitting to everybody else who has Tile in their phone.
No, you never. The other people with their tiles and your tiles, they never know anything that you even have it, or that you're using it, or that you lost them, or you're looking for them.
You would have to do something to say, hey, I can't find my keys.
Yeah.
You could press something
Yeah.
so that you're seeking out the others
Mhm.
and then they ping you back.
Yeah. So you do mark them as lost, and then the whole Tile network is notified. The whole Tile. Yeah, you do have to mark them as lost to activate the Tile network, but still everybody else doesn't know. Thanks for clarifying. That was really helpful. So if you're like me, you might have lost your phone, so you can't even find your keys. So then you need an Apple Watch. Yeah, these are like 400, 500 bucks. Just so anyway, so you just, I don't have a way to present this, but you just hit the button on your Apple Watch so that I can find my phone to find my keys. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. But anyway, sorry, so that's the Apple Watch. Also, you can find your friends. Now this, again, this gets kind of creepy if you're like, oh, well, who's going to be able to get my location? You must explicitly like approve and authorize other people to share their location with you. So my son has a phone, and and so if I want to know where he's at, he's shared, well, I coerced him to share his location with me. And so now at any given time, I can always see at least where his phone is. Okay, so that's called Find Friends, and that's a built-in functionality of Apple.
That has a delay, by the way.
It can?
Because I had the kid driving to Florida.
Uh-huh.
That was very useful because
Yeah.
He was driving back, going to Chicago, and they were going 30 miles. He was coming home.
Yep.
And I could see on the map that he was going towards Chicago.
Yep.
When he was supposed to be, and they wanted to be home, and it was a great tool. Because I called him, and then he was mad because I was watching him. I called back and asked how do I redirect?
Yeah, not responsible for anyone getting mad or stalking.
You gotta watch when you're watching your kid. You
Yeah.
can't let them know.
So let me give you a couple caveats in this. It requires a data connection. So if you're zooming down the highway and there's no cell phone tower signals, then you're not going to get, your location won't be shared. It does require that the phone be powered on, and be have a connection to the internet. Yep.
Do you know if they have anything like that, just like medical alerts like that? Or?
I've heard about stuff like that, and even as small as like the tile things to just, yeah, I think they do.
Yeah.
I don't know anything specifically if there's medical alert functionality, but
Yeah, you could probably kind of jerry-rig it to...
no, there's actually an entire industry around making sure that vulnerable people or whatever that they're moving around. A friend of mine owns Lloyd Security, and that is one of the things that they do is they set up these systems to make sure that people are getting out of bed and doing the things that they normally should do, or whatever the case may be. Yeah, and it's amazing what again with the internet. Or you can just get a camera and point it at them, which is what I'll show you in a few minutes. But that's a little invasive. So, okay, so that is finding your stuff. There also is built-in Find Your iPhone, which is another functionality of which is built into Apple devices. Android has this as well. It's just there's different terminologies. So, in one app, you can kind of see where all your devices are located in the event that you can't find one. So you've got you found your device, you found your keys, you got the kids home.
The caveat on Find Your Phone,
Yeah.
the battery has...
Yes, great point. For this to work well, the device needs to have power and a connection to the internet.
My phone got ran over a couple times, and I was still able to. Somebody picked it up. I thought I found it miles from where I was, and it was the screen was completely crushed, the glass coming off, but it was still
Yep.
beeping, and that's why he hadn't called me. You couldn't see anything, so it was useful, but I was too stupid, drove home and got my iPad, and you could just go to a Verizon store, and they did the Find Your Phone thing for me first.
So check it with your carrier. Yep, and this is also available on the computer. So of course, if your phone is gone, you can just go to log in to Find Your iPhone online. You do have to turn this on, this functionality, and turn it on, enable it, set it up for it to work. But then it can really be provide a lot of peace of mind. And even if your phone's been run over and the screen doesn't work, it could still have power and connection to the internet and still be sending its location for what it's worth. At that point, I guess I don't know what the point is. But the other thing you can do from here, if something really goes badly and you can't get to your device and you're mostly concerned about the information on it, you can erase your device remotely, okay? Which is especially if you don't have a lock security pin on your device, you definitely would want to erase your phone if you don't have it in your possession, just to keep your information safe. By the way, I will not take a poll on this, but if you don't have a PIN code to unlock your phone or a fingerprint or whatever, I really recommend it. It's just one little, it is a little hassle, I totally admit to that, but that little hassle could just really be a ton of peace of mind. You know how many phones get stolen every day or lost every day?
That's another reason for your smartwatch, doesn't you don't have to use it if it's out of
Yes,
place.
I'll mention
then I
that.
never unlock it, but if I leave my phone, like go to the bathroom and leave it on the table, it'll automatically lock.
So I'll explain that actually. So there's other ways to have that level of security as well. So that way, for example, when my phone comes in proximity, this is all automatic. When my phone is within 20, 30 feet of my watch as well, my phone is automatically unlocked, and it kind of saves me that step. And there's ways to configure the lock so that you don't have to like re-enter it like constantly. But I do really recommend it. Just peace of mind in this day and age. So moving along, I just wanted to say, well, you had a busy day. You gathered the kids. You found your keys. You grabbed your phone. But now you need to get some groceries, but you don't really have time. Well, there's this great tool called Instacart. Anybody heard of this? So they'll actually deliver groceries, or go to the store, pick up whatever you want, and then come and deliver to you within about 2 hours. So that's Instacart. There's a couple caveats, especially in the case of Costco. The prices can be a little bit higher than what you'd find in the actual warehouse. But the other stores that are available are like the Wedge. It depends on your location. Target, Petco, and Cub. And actually, I think Cub, they match the prices. Prices are same as in store, and they'll deliver to you within 2 hours. So if you just don't have time to go pick up the milk and bananas and some garlic, which you need or whatever you need for that recipe you're going to make tonight, and you can think about it a little bit ahead of time, then you can just log into Instacart and have it delivered to your door. There might be a small delivery fee. I'm not sure how much the delivery fee is. But anyway, pretty cool, right? So it's Instacart.
Where do you live?
Yeah, it's based on where you need it to be delivered. The stores that you can pick from are based on where you'd like it to be delivered to. So that's Instacart. Yeah, go ahead, LaBush.
I just want to say that one nugget I got.
Oh, that went fast. So that is one of my favorite shopping apps. But I used to use Chipotle in this example. Obviously, whatever. I'll just do it anyway. Chipotle is awesome because we hate waiting in lines, right? But we love our Chipotle. We loved our Chipotle. With the Chipotle app, you can just pick your favorite burrito, have it already ready to go, and you order it online, and then you skip the line, and it's ready right at the time you want to pick it up. So just another quick little life hack that can skip the line.
Subway has a great app for that.
Oh, Subway has it too, and you won't get. Well, I won't say it. So the last thing I'm going to say here from a food standpoint, anybody heard of Plated or HelloFresh? It's this new thing. So who's doing this? You doing this? Pretty cool. Okay, so what it is, they mail you a box with all the ingredients still raw, okay, and unprepared, and then the recipe card to go with it. So on Wednesday, February 24th, we're going to have lamb kofta. How do you say that? And beef bolognese. Thank you. But oh gosh, I'm not sure I want to do the bolognese. Let's swap that out for something else. So then I just slide over oh yeah, how about the Thai shrimp curry? Oh, chicken empanadas. All right, perfect. Confirm. And that is what's going to be mailed to me on that week in my box, and that's what we're going to have for dinner. So this does require some advanced planning because you have to decide what you want to eat and how much of it, like a week before your delivery time. So then this will get delivered on Wednesday, and then that's what we're having for dinner on Friday. 30 to 45-minute prep time usually. Super fresh, super delicious, and it costs about $10 per serving. So a little, comparable with takeout, but definitely less than eating out at a restaurant, and it's super fresh and delicious. That's Plated. And no, they didn't pay me to say that, but it's awesome. I would encourage you, since we're almost out of time, and I didn't get quite to all the 30 apps that I wanted to, I would definitely recommend that you check out the other apps in automation.
What's the HPE print?
That's where you can print photos from your phone directly to your printer. So you could print a, if I take a picture on my phone, right now, I could send it to my home printer and have it be printed out. And that's really handy with my kids because we like to, we use printed out pictures. Nest, everybody's probably heard of Nest. That's a thermostat that you can control from your phone. So, boy, it got really cold, and I want to make sure that my place is warmed up by the time I get home. I can quick turn it up on the way. Pretty handy. Again, I go a little crazy with this stuff, guys. I really love it. So I had a contractor had to come by my place to look at something, and he's like, he said, I can't get in. I'm like, oh, no problem. I'll just open the garage for you. So from my phone, I just opened the garage door.
Do they have an alarm? I wonder if there's an app for people to know whether their garage is open or not. 'Cause
Well, that's what I use.
No, but I mean, that you can look at your phone and know it's closed.
Yeah.
That's only LiftMaster, or do they, that's the brand of?
Yeah. There's a couple different brands, I think, that have an electronic.
That's so smart.
Yeah.
Houses in Minnesota with them, you know they don't know their garage.
Totally. Yeah, so this thing, you can open and close it remotely and then get visual confirmation that it is closed. So both my garage doors are closed. That's good.
What was that one?
That's my cue.
With those, like MyQ and the Nest, is there a distance, maximum distance you can do it?
So the question is with my cue and Nest, like these garage door remote, things like that, as long as your phone is connected to the internet, you can do it. So it doesn't care whether I'm in Thailand or in front of my house. I mean, sometimes I do it when I'm like bringing up the garbage can and I'm like, oh, I want the garage door open. I don't want to, right? So I just bring up my phone. I'm like, okay, well, open the garage door. SoundHound is really cool. Who's ever heard a song that you hear a song, you're like, what is that song? I want to know. Who uses SoundHound? Oh, your kids? Oh, right. The kids, exactly. Mommy, what's that song? Of course, you have to know everything. They expect you to know everything, right? So now you can know everything. So you just grab your SoundHound app. It's free. You kind of hit this button while the song is playing, and it'll tell you the name of the song. So these are things that I use to make my life easy and fun.
How about Wemo?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Wemo. The Wemo app, all that is just a light switch, actually.
Oh.
Yes, I have a light switch that is connected to my Wi-Fi. So with this app, you can turn on and off. This is for my outside lights. But the other thing that's cool about it, I actually don't use the app ever, but because it's connected to the internet, it knows the time zones. It knows what time it is. And it can automatically adjust the on and off. I want to come on at dusk, off at dawn, right? Well, that changes every day, right? So this light switch knows what time it is and when it's changing and automatically adjusts every day. So listen, I'm out of time, but you guys have meetings to get to. I'll hang around for a few more minutes, though. And anybody not get an app that they might go try? No? Well, then that's what I hope to accomplish today. So thank you very much and have a great day.